Linda Barcz from the Bruce Company is here taking your calls at 270-9933. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Mark.
Lots of grasses here today.
I did bring on some ornamental grasses because they're starting to really look pretty right now. The seed heads are developing on them. But I do want to caution you that when you're buying these grasses, make sure you check the label. It will indicate the height on there because they vary quite a bit. You know, you can. This one here is called Little Bunny, so if you need something shorter, but like this zebra grass comes in two sizes. This is going to get a lot taller. This can get as tall as 6 to 8 feet, and the dwarf one in front is going to stay half that size.
Read the labels.
Read the labels.
All right, let's get to the phones, and we'll start with Nancy in Mineral Point. Hi, Nancy. Nancy, you there?
Yes.
Hi, what's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. About butterfly bushes. I have had butterfly bushes in the past, and they may last for 2 or 3 years and then die off. But what I was wondering, I've got a couple more this year. Wondered if there was anything I can do over the winter to try to urge them to come back in the spring.
Well, that is a plant that tends to be shorter lived, just like you're explaining. Do you mulch them with a nice layer of wood mulch? That's one of the recommendations that I would make sure that you do that, because that may help a bit. They want good drainage, a decent amount of sun, but they just are shorter lived, but they sure are pretty.
And plants don't live forever.
No, but some a little longer than 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, okay. Let's go to Linda in Janesville. Hi, Linda.
Hello.
Hi, what's your question?
Well, I did container gardening for the 3rd year this summer, and my tomatoes, the leaves started with yellow and brown spots, and it spread to the stems and all.
Yes.
What do I do so this doesn't happen again? It didn't hit the tomatoes themselves, but the plants.
Well, see, this year that would be difficult for you to control because it was the weather that we had earlier on that led to some blight. When you have conditions where we get that much rain and we are consistently that wet, and then we move to real humid conditions, it's really hard. There is a preventive spray that you could put on before you see any of the splotchiness, the blight on the leaves. That may help. But otherwise, good airflow is very critical.
And get rid of the soil for next year?
Yes, get rid of that soil and sterilize the pots.
All right, let's go to, let's see here, who's on 3? Richard in Cambridge. Hi, Richard.
How you doing?
Hi. What's your question?
A friend of mine, showed me this, I think it's a green hornworm.
Okay.
In his tomatoes, but I've seen thousands of them. This one has all these white, like icicles growing on it.
Okay. Well, sometimes there are caterpillars that then get attacked by, there are different kinds of biological controls, and these little insects will lay eggs on them, and then that's actually going to parasitize and kill that. So that's probably a good thing.
Mother Nature can be cruel.
Yes.
All right, Barb in Mineral Point. Hi, Barb.
Hi.
Hi.
I am concerned about a hydrangea plant that I have. It's got beautiful foliage. It has not bloomed, and I'm wondering, is it too late for it to bloom, or is there something I can put on it? That's my question.
Yes, there's a number of hydrangeas. I'm waiting for my endless summer to bloom, and all I have is beautiful foliage and not a single flower this year. But it was inadvertently cut down, and so then you need to leave that plant. Don't cut it back in the fall. Do fertilize it. Make sure you have an adequate amount of sun, at least a half a day of sun, if not more.
All right, Linda in Janesville. Hi, Linda, go ahead.
Hi.
Hi.
I planted some morning glories earlier this spring, and it's full of leaves. It's got vines crawling up the trellis and everything, but I have not one bloom, no bud, no nothing. I was wondering what I did wrong.
No, you didn't do anything wrong. You have to start that very early because they take a long time to come into bloom. So, and it's difficult to buy the vines. So you start the seed early and then get them planted outside as soon as we're past danger of frost.
But they're an annual, so they're not coming back.
It's an annual, correct.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, that's all the time we have for now. Thank you all for calling in. Linda will take your calls off the air, so stay on the line. Don't hang up. We'll see you next time.
Okay.